Hey guys, a quick video today. It's called How to Turn Learning Licks into a Creative Goldmine. Now this is part one. I'll do a part two in a couple days. Most of my guitar courses are based around licks, and one of the things that I don't want to happen is for the licks to be an end in and of themselves. So, in my opinion, learning licks is only useful to your own guitar playing if you take the lick and do something else with it. So that takes some experimenting and just maybe some creative thinking to figure out how to do that. So today what I'm going to do is show you two ways to take a simple lick or phrase and start thinking about changing it up. Okay, so let's take a look at the lick first. This is based in the key of E minor, and we're going to start out playing E minor pentatonic. So the basic lick is a triplet idea that is based around the fourth position of the pentatonic scale. So here's that position real quick. Start at the top and play triplets. Okay, so that's our basic lick, is the triplets. And just so you can hear that, let me bring in my trusty metronome. This is set to 85 beats per minute here. So a triplet, we're counting 3 notes per click. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So let's say, for argument's sake, that's our basic lick that we're working with. So one of the ways you can start thinking about being creative with licks is to change the rhythm. So if we have a triplet lick, what would happen if we played that as 16th notes against the beat? So now we're going to have a group of 4, and it's going to feel different already. Now you might not be able to hear that because it sounds almost exactly the same. However, if I play it against the click, now you're going to hear groups of 4 instead of groups of 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? So let me go between the two now. So triplets first, then 16th notes. One more time. Triplets. Okay, 16th notes. Okay, so already we've changed the feel of the lick. Now let's go a step further. What if we played 16th note triplets? So now we started out with 3 notes per click, moved to 4 notes per click, and then now we're going to play 6 notes per click. Okay, so here's what that sounds like. So let's see if you can count out the 6s. Okay, so let's try all 3 back to back. First we'll do triplets, then we'll do 16th notes, and then we'll do 16th note triplets, or you can think of these as 3s, 4s, and 6s. So, groups of 3. Groups of 4. in groups of 6. Okay, so I know this is a very basic, simple idea, but it's very powerful. And if you just take this idea and apply it to some licks that you know, or even some licks that you might find in my courses, you can take one lick and make 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 more licks just by changing the rhythmic groupings. Okay, the second thing I want to talk about is just changing a note or two. And sometimes you can do this without really changing the key. So, for example, if we're in the key of E minor, we don't really want to go outside of E minor, and maybe we don't want to play Dorian either. But if we just change one of the notes, we can make a different sounding lick out of it. Okay, so let's take the same idea. Let me shut this off real quick. The same idea, but instead of playing 10 and 8 on the B string, let's play 7 and 8. So we're going to go from this to this. So what that sounds like in the context of the lick is this. Okay, I really like the sound of that. What that does is it brings in the 9th scale degree, which is one of my favorite sounds to use when soloing. And so a simple modification to this particular pentatonic shape is just replacing 10-8 with 7 and 8. So now we have this lick in triplets. It was this. Now it's this. Or what if we change one more note? Instead of starting on the 10th fret high E, what if we started on the 12th fret high E? So now we have 12-7 and 8-7. Okay, that's different than what we started with, right? So we started with this. Now we have this. For me personally, I like that second version much better, but both are valid. But remember, we started with just the one triplet lick in E minor pentatonic, and all we've done so far is change a couple of notes and the rhythm. So if we change the rhythm on this lick and play 16th notes with it, or 16th note triplets. So let's try that against the click. So here's our new lick, 2 different notes. First we're going to play triplets. Sixteenth notes. One more time. Okay, 16th note triplets. So we started with this. Now we got this. Okay, so hopefully that gives you a bunch of ideas. Just think about this with any lick you come across. Change the rhythm, change a couple notes, and see how many variations you can come up with. Next video, I'm going to talk about a couple of more ideas to be creative with learning licks. But until then, enjoy this. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Rock on. Hey everybody, Nick Layton here. If you're into rock and roll guitar and you like Marshall amps and you like Charvel guitars and you like stuff that shreds, I think you're going to dig my free Sweet Picking Boot Camp. It's a free course. It's 25 pages. It's got video files. It's got audio files. I think you're going to really dig it. Go download it now. It's free for you. Check it out.